It's showtime, folks. Welcome in Chase and Big Joe 1025 The Game, live today at Ascension St. Thomas Sports Park, Titans training camp. Hope you're having a great start to your day. He's Big Joe Dubin, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier, back in the studios on the ones and twos. And Joe, we're watching some padded football practices right now.
Yeah, it's the best time. I always love this. We put the pads on and go, and people are cheering for a 7-yard run when 3 of the linemen are holding and there's flags being called. And Cam Ward throwing some great passes. Too bad the guys were 3 yards out of bounds. But look, it's first day in pads, so you give them a little break. But this is it. This is kind of when you're like, all right, high school put pads on yesterday for the first time. Now the NFL's got it. College reports later this week. So this is the best time of the year, man.
Training camp coverage is presented by Macero in 12 South and Parman Energy Group. Appreciate them for being on board. I'll say this, and watching this and kind of watching Cam Ward, trying to pay close attention to him, the dude definitely has the arm. There's no question about that. It's the control. It's kind of like a pitcher and his fastball. One time Greg Maddux went and talked to the younger pitchers with the Braves. Leo Mazzone asked him to go do that. He said, you know why I'm a millionaire? Because I can control my fastball. You know why I have beachfront property in California? Because I can throw off speed. I mean, that, and then he walked out, which was great. But that's what I think Cam Ward is
basically, y'all suck. You're not me. Good luck. See you on the waiver wire.
Yeah, Cam Ward's still kind of trying to find that control and get on the same page with his receivers. So,
see, here's the difference now. Today, he's getting pressed. It's Saturday, and your little fun zone at trampoline park day. You can make those passes when nobody's coming after you.
Now he's got pressure.
He dropped back a minute ago, and Arden Key beat him back in the pocket. So it was a sack. I mean, that's what you do. You can throw against the air all day long. He looked great Saturday because they were like, I think Tavondre Sweat's like, no quarterback in the league can make that pass. You know who can? I can when nobody's coming after me, and I got 30 seconds to throw it. I want to see you under pressure and duress. That's why today's fun, and the next 2 weeks with the joint practices with the Buccaneers and the Falcons will be fun. It's not all kumbaya on this side of the interstate.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of fans out here, too. We're in a bit of a different location, too. They got us basically above where we are, so we can actually see the field. So that's been nice to be able to watch these guys. The Traylon Burks era, some may refer to it as an error, is over.
Oh, sorry.
With the Titans. He was waived injured yesterday, and basically what that means is as Brian Callahan explained this morning, if he's not claimed by another team, which I don't see why he would be, then he would revert back to injured reserve. But basically the Titans, the money's guaranteed. That doesn't matter.
Right.
So I think that's just trying to get somebody to take the rest of that. But they would cut him after.
Well,
his time here is done.
Yeah. I get it. Sometimes a fresh start, fresh beginnings. Someplace else could do you wonders, and hopefully does. But by no means, if I'm him, when I hang it up, not at all.
No, and I wouldn't expect him to.
Nope.
I just think, in Titan blue, that time has come to an end. I mean, he just, for whatever, and that's the thing. Like I was telling, I went on a show in Kansas City yesterday that like he's a good kid. Like you root for him. He just can't stay healthy. He's just one of those people.
Kansas City, Sports Grid, Fox 17. Come on, what's going on here? Who's your agent?
You.
One Richard Merritt when he's not sleeping.
Old Dick Merritt and Associates.
He's got you booked all over the country. What else did Kansas City ask you?
If Brian Callahan was going to survive this year.
And you said?
Well, depends on the development of the quarterback.
All right. What else? I like this.
That was the big thing.
Oh, okay.
It was this segment called The Drill. It's like you get 3 or 4 minutes that go around. This is that time of year where a lot of shows will do previews.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Good for you. Did you, were you listening? Was there like a Taylor Swift talk before you came on in Kansas City?
No, there was somebody on from Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on in Vegas?
I don't know.
I don't know the whole story, so I'm not going to get into it today. But
allegedly, Christian Wilkins, I guess, was jokingly sort of kissed a player on the head, and Raiders player was offended by that. And So the cut will.
It sounds. Oh God, here we go. Allegedly for me, it sounds like there's a lot more to it.
I think there is a lot
more, and just a simple kiss on the head. I mean, because you walk locker room, you smack guys with a towel on the backside.
Sure,
we've all done that, but the fact that he did all this therapy or did not do therapy for his injury and everything else that went on like that.
Right.
Like,
I think that, they were kind of like, this guy's just more trouble than he's worth.
Yeah. So see you and take care of that.
so they have moved on from him. But back to Burks, we knew he was hurt. We knew he was going to miss time. I was a little surprised to see the injury waiver, but at the same time, I also understand it because this team's like, we've done all we can.
Yeah. I don't know how all that ins and outs work on that. Does that free up if he kept him on?
Yeah, well, and then they added.
Does that free up a spot now that he's been put on the way? I don't know how that works. So
yeah, they added Keaton, the former Tennessee,
who I'd never heard of
receiver.
Until
Sunday I had heard of him, but I don't remember him really doing all that much with Tennessee.
Plus, we've talked about this before. These wide receivers, once the season starts, you're not going to hear from. You'll hear from maybe three of those guys. Maybe Ridley, probably Lockett, maybe Van Jefferson, and maybe one of the rookies.
Well, I think both rookies are making the team. It's just how effective are they?
Yeah, DK and what's the guy from Stanford?
Iam
Manor. Okay, so they'll special teams guys, but you don't really hear. It's not the run and shoot. We're not going to have Ernest Givens and Haywood Jeffries out here and Curtis Duncan running out routes. So, but you need the depth if something does happen, and so those are the guys. But again, you talk about Cam Ward and what he's got to play with today, and Burks was not going to factor in this team. We know that. It would have been a bonus had he been able to come and do something, but it's over.
Well, Joe, congratulations, because for the second week in a row, you've asked the most intelligent question out of anybody.
Thank you so much,
and
buddy.
with it being the first day of pads here at training camp, it's hot. Sometimes tempers will flare. We saw it last year with Jeffrey Simmons, and our own Big Joe asked Brian Callahan this morning about what that message might be.
Brian, what have you told the guys about extracurricular things after the play? Your full pads for the last year's of with Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah.
You told the guys anything? Don't do it. Stay away from it. What's been the message?
Same message as it was last year, in the sense that it's a penalty first and foremost. There's nothing worse than watching guys swing at each other with helmets on. You're not accomplishing anything, and that we want to protect each other. So those things aren't acceptable. We don't tolerate it. Tempers flare in training camp. I'm not naive. This isn't my first training camp. I get how it happens, but we don't want that. And I've expressed that pretty straightforwardly to our team. And so again, if you get some pushing and shoving and all that happens. But we don't want any fights. That's not football.
He didn't say what I wanted him to say.
That is.
Your ass is out of practice if
right.
If you swing a helmet or you swing at a helmet.
I told you not to do that. Don't do it. Like Barney Fife.
Now, guys,
it.
We had this discussion.
Yeah, and I think now something happens, he'll toss.
I think he will.
Yeah,
I think he will. I do wonder if after that happened last year, if maybe somebody like his dad said, "Hey, Brian, I know it's your first time as a head coach. If that happens, you send him to the locker room."
Yeah, that's all the learning process.
Every coach that I asked about that, and I asked a couple, said you throw them out of practice because that sends the message that will not be tolerated. I mean, especially if an official is walking up to the player saying, "Hey, if this was a game, I'm throwing you out."
That's the whole point. That's the bottom line. I mean, that's the thing is if you get thrown out of a game for that, you should be thrown out of practice doing the exact same thing. And it just set an awful tone for practice because that dominated all of training camp talk. Like, all right, this guy really doesn't know what he's doing right now. It's kind of over his head. And whenever else he should have tossed out.
Even then, I wasn't in the he doesn't know what he's doing. It's just that it was very, very clear he was a rookie head coach, and you hope that he learns from it. I hope that he's learned from it. That's
you can only right?
I mean, like that's at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't I guess I'm comparing this to when Fish was here, even Munchak, and a little bit Wisenhunt. I mean, the first day of pads there was electricity around here, this excitement and guys chirping and popping off and I don't feel that today. That's just me. It might be everybody reading it wrong and differently, but I just don't see that You guys talked last week. I know Derek Mason talked about it too as well. Like that wasn't there for the first day. I don't feel it today, and that's just me. And maybe it's kind of like, oh, it's going to be 190 degrees later. I'll just get through practice. But always, I mean, even going back for these guys to first day of pads is magical. It's not magic. It's magical. You're in pads. I mean, this is it. It's why you play the game. So
it's funny. I noticed that too, because a lot of the players were coming out while we were at the press conference. And like, I've seen guys before that, the music's out and they're kind of jumping to the music.
All of that.
They're chirping and trash talking. Like, and I know yesterday we talked about this team talks about trash talk more than any other team. But I mean, like that's generally when you see that.
Right.
Because you're ready to hit somebody. So I agree that doesn't, I don't feel that as much. But Jeffrey Simmons seems to be doing a little bit of that right now. But
it's fine. I mean,
that's good. Yeah, no, I mean that's fine. But I want to see more than just him.
Yeah,
like I know he's going to do it. Like, are there others that are going to do that?
Yeah, I mean, get the pass rush drill. People always like to look at that and see what's going on, and you always like the one-on-one battles because those are a big part of football and they're fun to watch because you don't get watch an NFL game. You're not really focusing on the left tackle and the right end. I mean, you're just not. You're watching where the ball goes. So when you have practice like this, you can see what's going on with guys in the one-on-one battles. It's a lot of fun.
615-737-1025. That is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. We're live today at Titans training camp. Sebastian Joseph Day is going to join us when practice is over, which should be around 10:15, maybe an hour or so from now is when they're scheduled to get done. So we look forward to talking to him. I was told he did a podcast with Mike Tyson. That could be that will be an interesting discussion with the Titans defensive linemen. So we look forward to that and much more. You can weigh in our text line and our phone line at 615-737-1025. More coming from Titans training camp here on 1025 The Game.
I don't know. I don't care.
You had mentioned the daily development for Cameron Ward. What's the daily development like for you? Just as a quarterback coach, so to speak.
Yeah.
I know obviously the head coach, but I mean, just
Are you talking about quarterback play?
Yeah, for you, daily development, working with Cam Ward. Like, what are some of the things that are different now as opposed to when we first got out here?
Well, we're just the volume of what we're seeing. So the difference between like his spring is the install process is a little slower. It's kind of one install a day, and then you have days in between. And now you come to training camp and you rip off like 9 straight installs. So every day there's more coming. There's more looks from the defense, and it's coming at a more rapid pace. And so you have to pick it up. It's now all being condensed, and we're sort of in a race against every other team in the league to get all of our stuff down. And the biggest thing to me is just the operation versus our defense, with the amount of pressures we see, the handling of the protection. So again, the third downs are a big part of it. That process every day is every look, every defensive pressure, every time we get a chance to coach off those things is a huge part of the development. We can't get enough of it.
That's Brian Callahan this morning on Cam Ward's development, chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live at Titans training camp today. And, it's a fair question for TD to ask. I mean, I definitely have seen improvement.
Probably the best soundbite Brian Callahan's had in a year and a half here.
Yeah.
That was great. I mean, it's like, look, it's a progression. It's slow at times. He's got a lot to learn what's going on here. You can sit out there and throw the ball all day long to a guy who's standing there uncovered 10 yards away. But to execute the offense perfectly, it takes a lot, man, to run. You got all these moving parts got to go with it. And that guy's the conductor. So you want to make sure he knows what he's doing, everything else. I like that. You're not going at the pace. Got to catch that. You're not going. That's ridiculous.
You're such a coach.
You have to go at the pace what you've set up for yourself. You're not going at the pace of Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams. You're going at the pace you need with Cam Ward right now. So that was actually a very good soundbite from Brian Callahan about the development of his star player. Oh, by the way, real quick, I'm sorry. There's a poster inside on the tables in there for the Titan season ticket holder as Chase is fighting bees over here.
Spider.
Okay. Please win this battle. I don't do this show alone. And there's Simmons, Calvin Ridley, L'Jarius Sneed, Amani Hooker, and the far left, it's Cam Ward. He's on this poster. I mean, so why not?
Yeah.
Somebody's like, well, he didn't earn it. He earned it by being the number 1 pick.
Are you sure when you saw L'Jarius Sneed that wasn't a milk cart? Because I haven't seen him anywhere.
I had to go down and look because all you saw was the number 8. Like, who's number 8 on this team? So it was actually 38, and you saw L'Jarius Sneed there.
So the linemen are doing a battle right now.
Oh, man.
That one was fun. 60 and 53.
I can't. Okay.
Sam Mustapher and
nice hold.
Jihad Ward, whoever those guys were. It was getting a little chippy.
I love it. Whoever those guys are. That's the best part of the pads is watching the one-on-one guys, because you remember there'd be so many fights back in the day. And some guys aren't looking so good. That guy, that was really bad.
My favorite part about watching practice is actually watching Big Joe watch practice, because you can just the former player, college player comes out in him.
I mean, it's just. I mean, J.C. Latham's. I mean, it's a huge part. I mean, you got to win your one-on-ones, and the thing, Bill Belichick had this thing in New England. His main thing was 3 words. Do you remember what it was? We talked about. Do your job. Thank you. Do your job. J.C. Latham's job is not to catch the ball, not to throw at the ball, is to block when they're passing, is to pass block. Do your job. And that's a pretty simple thing. So Kevin Zeitler just buried a dude. So, all right. I love that. Good.
Those are the type of drills that reminds me of the story that Coach Fisher told us about Reggie White.
Yes.
That Jesus is coming.
Yeah.
Jesus is here.
Put the dude on his butt, came back and did it again. I love that, man. That's just I mean, that was his first. Did he say it was his first joint practice, right? Because he was a rookie with the Eagles in '86. Yeah. And Reggie White lines down and just obliterates a guy. And they were like, oh, my Lord.
Could you imagine if you're a young offensive lineman, you're trying to make a team, like, hey, we're going to do one-on-one drills, and you look up and there's Reggie White staring you in the eyes. Like,
but you remember, I mean, so Reggie's first year was '86 when he gets there, because he'd been with the Showboats in Memphis from 84 and 85 after he got out of Tennessee. And so he was relatively unknown.
Yeah.
And just came in and dominated guys. And he did the hook move where he threw guys to the ground. I mean, that's just pure talent. You could not block that way. And so
you don't see a player like that anymore.
Simmons could be.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just don't think they're built that way anymore.
But Simmons is different. Simmons is more of an inside guy, where Reggie played inside and outside more. But you look at what Reggie did, and, we asked Fisher, like, all right, who's the best? He's like, yeah, I mean, so you're on those Bears teams, those Eagles teams. You coach all the guys here with Albert. Remember, he said
curse,
but he was like Reggie. And then he goes, when Albert was on, he told us in the car,
yeah.
He goes, when Albert Hainsworth was on, he was unstoppable.
Yep.
Unstoppable. So you look at Albert back in 07 and 08, because our conversation started about the stomp on the head.
Yeah.
And Fisher said after that moment, you saw a different Albert Hainsworth emerge, a more mature Hainsworth.
He did learn from it.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. And kudos to the Titans for being patient and allowing him to learn from that.
Right. Yeah.
And the league as well. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, Jeffrey Simmons, the thing that kind of annoys me sometimes is when people are like, "Oh, he needs to get to the quarterback more." That's not really his job. Yes, you want him to put pressure on the quarterback, but he's kind of setting it up for the pass rush to get to him.
That's what we talk all the time. I mean, the job of the interior defensive lineman is to keep them off the linebackers.
Yes,
your linebacker on defense should be your most athletic guy on the team on defense. The guy that goes downhill and just slams people. And if the guys up front can take it and let your linebackers run free, you got all day to do that. So that's the job.
I will say this. Simmons does look like
it's great.
He looks good. He looks very lean, but big.
It's like he cut a lot of baby fat off of him. And now he's a big
And that's
going
to give him, more speed.
I just wish they had
more agility.
I just wish this Titans team had a dynamic pass rusher. They don't.
No.
I mean, Arden Key's doing okay over there. I think he's overrated in a massive way.
I mean, I think the hope is that Femi Oladejo is going to become that, but he hasn't played the position very long.
But
I will say that what little I've seen of him, I like it so far. But show me that in the joint practices. Show me that in the game.
Yeah, I'm totally with you on that one. And it's funny. People are like, well, go get a pass rusher.
Where?
Yeah.
Walmart doesn't sell those.
They don't just walk out of the building and say, hey, guys, here we are. I mean, you look at the pass rushers throughout history, the guys that are the elite. I mean, they're at the top, and then there's a wide river before the next group comes in there. So if you get one who could do good, I mean, that's how you make a fortune like Landry did. I mean, he made a fortune off that year that he had. And unfortunately, he got injured and go on after that. But
how much – we haven't talked about this a lot. How much are they going to miss him?
I don't –
He was – look, I think we can agree that the contract didn't match the production, especially because he got hurt.
Right.
But last year he had 9 sacks. So you're replacing 9 sacks.
You're right. But I think it was like – injured, time to go, got rid of the contract. I think he had done
the year before had 10.5. The year before, the one that got him paid, he had 12.
Okay.
So the max was 12.
What year did he get injured? That
2022 in training camp.
Okay.
Missed the whole year.
Yeah. That's terrible. Yeah. I mean, maybe his value was not as good here as it would be in New England. So that's why he's up there now. But you miss guys like that. It took him a while to get going because he came in that awful 2018 draft. Awful with Rashaan Evans. They only had 4 picks. Rashaan Evans, Luke Falk, him, and what's the guy's name? Was it Cruikshank in that 18 draft?
Dan Cruikshank?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Terrible.
What was Hooker? Was he 19?
19, yep.
Okay.
19 was a good draft.
19,
A.J. Brown,
19
Simmons,
was J-Rob's best
Hooker,
draft.
Nate Davis, who out of the league now, but played himself into a nice contract with the Bears.
Yeah. That's the stories I heard about him.
I looked at this real quick. There are 90 players, or I think 88 in camp like that. How many draft choices? I went down the list. How many draft choices are on the Titans roster right now? There's 88, I think 88 or 89
How
players.
many draft choices total?
That they have on the team right now are out there. You have 80. Let's say we get 90 players. I think it might be 88 or 89.
All right. Well, how many? They had, 8 picks this year?
How many overall? Titans draft choices are out there on this field today.
13.
Oh, you're better than 24.
24?
24. Okay. 13 would have been. I would have said.
I mean, look, I really thought
right.
it was something like that.
24. We've talked about this before. I mean, like the Bills last year, they had 17 of their 22 players were draft choices. That's how you build the team. Free agency, you plug in the holes. So they know they've got the draft better. They know that because the 20, 21, 22 drafts, man, were not.
I'm watching, they're doing the team drills, right? Okay, that's DK. I'm like, who are these guys?
Boom, nowhere. All right. It's for those asking. There's very little we can comment on.
I don't really know how much we can say
on formations and plays and passes and guys. But I will tell you, if one guy gets his butt whipped or one guy does a great job, I'll say that guy did a great job on that play. He's not really giving anything away. I thought it was interesting that I was reading this. When Cody Barton, who's having a great camp, the linebacker, intercepted Cam Ward. Cam Ward allegedly went to him and said, "Hey, man, you've intercepted me 3 times. What are you seeing? What am I doing? What am I tipping off? Am I doing something wrong?" And they had like a nice little interaction. And Cody Barton's like, "Here, you're doing this, you're doing that. Don't do this, don't do that." So most people are like, man, whatever, and excuses and all that. But Cam Ward, no.
I love that. I mean, the Cody Barton is he's got 7 years of experience. I think that's going to be a good pickup for them, especially if he's helping mentor the young quarterback like that. We'll come back with more Titans training camp, 615-737-1025. Chase and Big Joe Show, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel here on 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live at Titans training camp today at Ascension St. Thomas Sports Park. All right, JoJo, we're going to have a little fun here.
Okay.
There, obviously, as we get closer to the season, more player prop bets and things like that are going to come out. But obviously, all eyes are going to be on Cam Ward and what he is going to do. His over-under on most books are about 3,200 yards.
Okay, 17 games. That's 100 and what is that? 180 yards a game or something. It's easy.
I think they're going to throw the football a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he's probably going to be right around that or a little bit over.
Okay.
So I feel good about that. Touchdowns, 18.5.
One a game. Yeah, that's good.
Now they don't have this. I'm going to say interceptions, 12.5.
I'm going to go 18.
You'd say about the same?
I mean, if he's playing every game, every
Yeah.
pass, what's going on? I mean, you're going to make mistakes. I mean, you're not going to go like you did at Miami and 38 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. I mean, you're going to throw some. I mean, he just threw an interception a while ago that was deflected. I mean, things happen like that. So I think 18. I mean, you get back to Aikman and Manning their first year in the league. Ryan Leaf. I mean, they threw a ton of interceptions.
All right, Calvin Ridley last year had just over 1,000 yards, 1,017.
Did
Over
he
under.
really
Yep.
on that awful football team?
Yep.
Okay.
Over under.
I think he's going to go. I think that's his guy. I think
Okay.
Ridley's his guy.
He had 4 touchdowns as well. I think over.
I think he doubles that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 64 receptions. I'd go over that too.
Yeah. I mean, because you factor in another game, and how many times are they going to be behind?
Yeah.
So when you're behind, you're going to throw the ball quite a bit. So and Callahan's a passing guy, so he knows. How's that pass? I can't comment on things that go on.
Well, because there's
shut my
something he
mouth.
did- I've seen him on a few occasions, and something I like is that instead of forcing a big throw, he does move around.
Yeah.
And he'll take the safe check down.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes he throws off his back foot like he did then, which is I don't like guys who off their back foot because
Yeah.
it's just not good. But I've told you before, with him rolling out, I would roll him out of the pocket so much because your action is going. You're not just sitting there as a sitting duck. You're making things happen. So I would do more of that. All right, keep going.
Tyler Lockett last year with the Seahawks, 49 receptions, over under.
I think
That's probably
maybe under a tad.
he had 79 the year before.
Yeah, under a little bit. I like him. I think he's making plays in camp.
I'm going to
like
say
him.
over because right now he's the number 2 receiver.
Okay.
600 yards straight up. So I'll say 600.5.
Okay, I'll go. I might go a little lower than that. I need to see how they mesh and how this offense goes.
Okay. 2 touchdowns,
I'd go over that. I mean,
Yeah.
like 4, maybe 5.
4 or 5. All right. Tony Pollard. We haven't talked about him a whole lot. He had 260 attempts, which is probably right.
Okay,
Um,
15 a game.
yeah, 15. Yeah, something like that. 1,079 yards.
It's so amazing he got over 1,000, but that's 17 games, and I think the
That was
bar.
a career. That was actually a career high.
I think the bar should be raised now to 1,200 yards. 1,000 yards
Yeah.
is great, and that should be 1,200 yards. I like him. I think he did great last year. I think the offense will be improved more and more and more. So I think I like that. I mean, look, if they're going to go 3 wide and 4 wide, you're going to get extra guy out of the box, and I think you can go to Pollard for draw plays and things like that. I think it'll work out fine. I think a little bit more than that.
I would agree with you. 5 touchdowns.
If he's their goal line guy, I go more than that.
Yeah, I think red zone. Well, and here's the stat that I'm interested in. He had 41 catches last year, so he had as many catches as Tyler Lockett
Yeah, that's your safety valve
for 238 yards.
because I don't think you have your tight end has your safety valve yet. I think that your running back is. And he's a great pass catcher, too. You catch that?
I don't know.
That was Restrepo going down the field. Sorry.
Let's see. So 230. He had 238 yards. I could see him getting 300 yards
Pollard?
catching.
Yeah, I guess that.
Well, because of what you just said about the tight end.
Yeah, you don't have a buddy yet at tight end.
I mean, Chigakonkwo, you're hoping is going to take a step forward, but last year he took a step back. 52 receptions, 479 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 528 yards and 54 catches the year before, so it wasn't much of a step back. Only 6 touchdowns in his career. I mean, to me, you need more out of your tight end.
Yeah, absolutely you do, because that's now become the sweetheart position of the National Football League. You know, we got spoiled here with Wycheck and Delaney Walker, and Jonnu Smith was great. I thought
Aaron
Jonnu
Kinney
Smith
was good. I mean,
yeah. So you got guys who really produced at a high level, and now that position has become so valuable, and everybody wants that tight end. And yeah, but if Chick has the opportunity here to do some great things, but can he do it or not? So we'll have to wait and see on that guy.
well, and I'm curious of Gunnar Helm. You know, they have Josh Wiley too, but I think Gunnar Helm. I think their hope is Gunnar Helm becomes the main tight end on this team.
Okay.
Out of Texas. So that one is certainly one to watch. Defensively, so I mentioned Jeffrey Simmons. He had 76 total tackles last year, which was
is that a
career
player
high.
Prop?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
You got 17 games. I mean, that is.
I mean, he took a big jump from 44 to 76.
I think 76 is a good number. I think anything in the 60s is good.
5 sacks, but again, you know, he's an interior guy. But he has 31 and a half in his career. So.
I'll take those numbers. Give me 5 sacks again and 70 tackles, and I'll do it with all those that go on. Just commenting earlier, Restrepo looking good, just blew by a guy in the secondary and caught a long touchdown pass from Brandon Allen.
I still think he makes the team.
I don't know. I don't know if he does or not because
at least the practice squad. But
practice squad, yes, but they need a slot guy. I'm not who their slot guy is right now.
Amani Hooker last year had 5 interceptions, a career high, beating his 4 interception year in 2020. Over under 4.5.
Under. I just think it's just there's no pass rush, man.
He had 71 total tackles as well.
There's no pass rush. So quarterbacks have been all day long. Once the guy gets open, deliver. That's why you go back to the 07-08 team, that secondary with Griffin, and I'm gonna leave some guys out now that are back. God, he played for the Colts, and his son went to father. He was a DB from the Colts that came here, and what was his name?
From the Colts?
Yeah.
Oh, Harper.
Thank you.
Nick Harper.
Nick Harper. Thank you.
Yeah.
Those guys had. I would love to have been in that secondary because they were just. I mean, the front line was just devouring quarterbacks, and they had all day to sit back there and grab passes and everything. So that's not like this team now. They don't have that anymore.
The pass rush right now is Arden Key with 6.5 sacks. He's had 12.5 in his last 2 years.
I'll take that from him. I just don't think he's a great player. He runs that mouth way too much.
But to your point, they need a double-digit sack guy, and they don't have that.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely they do. You need that one guy. Go back. You look at the 99 team. I mean, if Javon Curse is not on that team, they probably don't win 500. They'll go 500 that year. He destroyed people and got in people's head, but you can't factor that out now because it's like if a guy has 200 yards, well, 97 of that came on a 97-yard touchdown run, so take that out. You can't take that out because he got the run completed. That's the same thing with Javon. When he was here, he got the job done.
So I guess kick team on now.
Yay!
I know, it's your favorite.
Love that.
But don't you like having a kicker with a big leg?
Pause. Boom. Nice kick. Yeah.
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
Dr. Craig, we've been a bad influence on you, I think.
Oh, man.
It's too late now. Can't turn back.
It is too late.
I always find it amusing, too, because during practice, when you're intense, you're doing one-on-one drills and the pass rush and everything, then you pause a period for 5 minutes to do extra points and field goals. It's just, it kind of loses the for a little bit, and then you go right back at it and get it done.
I will say we're going to have to talk to the equipment folks because they issued number 6. That is Brett Kern's number, so we need to work on that. But friend of the show.
He is a good friend of the show.
615-737-1025. We're live today at Titans Training Camp. Dr. Crane is back at the Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Game Nashville Studios. Home of the $99 yearly Beehive membership, where the buzz is always about great service. Sebastian Joseph Day is scheduled to join us after practice today. We'll have more coming from Training Camp. 102.5 The Game. This week's Nashville's best deal is Prince's Hot Chicken, Nashville's original hot chicken, bursting with heat and flavor. There's nothing better than the original. For a limited time, grab half off a $25 gift card at thegamenashville.com/deals. Chasing Big Joe live at Titans Training Camp today.
I laugh because this song could be Cam Ward. Like, do I throw to 25 or I throw to 6 or I throw to 4? But I have seen a flaw, though, in Cam Ward, though, Chase McCabe.
What is that?
When he's under pressure, he throws only to his left. Every time, only to his left. Every time. His default is throw to his left every time. And that's the Big Joe Scouting Report. You too can be part of that. It's $5.99 a year, $99 a month. You have to sign up for a 4-year minimum, and we'll show you everything that you need to know about football.
Together at Cromwell Media.
Oh, yes. But that's his way he did things in college. I mean, he'll learn. He'll figure it out. I mean, you're not going to come in and set the world on fire. That's going on. And then, Dr. Crane, you remember when we did the thing with Terry Bradshaw last year?
Yeah.
And Terry Bradshaw, I said, "What? Tell me about your first year in football." He's like, "Oh, I walked in Pittsburgh. I thought I knew everything." I said, "What happened?" He's like, "I quickly realized I knew nothing." I was like, "See,
that's a sack."
Yep, that's a sack, and that's the one to his left there as well. So, look, every day's, and Callahan, we had the soundbite earlier. He talked about development at his own pace and figuring things out and getting like this agreement staircase of going up and up and up. And you got to get there together and then move to the next level. And that's fine because he's not going to come in and do Marino first-year things. It's just not going to happen. But there's a steady climb and steady progress, and that's why you have the practice out here and you sit in and go over tape.
So I've read a few tweets that people are like, he's holding onto the ball maybe a little too long. My question there is that a practice thing where it's like you would rather him hold on to it a little too long to see the progression in practice then, and obviously that's got to speed up in the game, but is that some of that?
I default back to our good friend Rod Reed when he's at TSU talking about quarterbacks. Rod Reed told us one time, he said, "I got no problem if my quarterback wants to throw it to the guy in the third row."
Yeah.
Because if you're under duress, I got no problem because that's not you're throwing the ball away. I was like, yeah, that's a good way to put that. So if you hold the ball what did we yell at Tannehill last year, right? Hold the ball too long. Throw it.
Levis last year.
Throw it. And he didn't throw the ball and he gets sacked and he gets knocked down. So I'm not a fan of holding. Get that ball out as quick as you can to where it needs to go.
I will say I've seen him the last couple of plays. The pocket breaks down pretty quick and he steps up into the pocket.
Better get used to that.
Yeah.
To do all that. I'm not a fan. Traditionally you'd have the 7-step drop, but now you can't do them. And guys are so fast off the edge. So I'm a fan of the 3-step, 5-step at the most, and then get the ball out of there.
Dr. Crane asked the question. You just texted us.
I was just curious, is it Cam Ward holding on to the ball too long, or is the offensive line not giving them enough time for the play to develop?
Yes.
Exactly. Good point.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. And look, that's what worries me. Now you don't have Cushenberry in there, so what happened? And honestly, I haven't even looked at who's lined up in the O-line, but that is going to be an issue. I think it's better, but that's why, to your point, 3-step drop go. I mean, you got to get rid of it.
So they got the usual. I mean, the starting 5. There's going to be Dan Moore, Skoronski, Cushenberry, Zeitler, and J.C. Latham. That's ideally what you want because those guys are big and they're strong and everything else. But
offside.
I mean, it's first take pads. I mean, there's a lot that's going to go on here and get done and see mistakes.
I have liked, and granted, I haven't seen every play, but I do feel like he's standing in there trying to see what develops and not just tucking the ball and running.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're going to run some of these bootlegs of him, you don't want him running. I mean, you don't just throw the ball away. If you see a little, but slide, slide.
Yep, get down.
Which, Levis refused to do and all that. But, I mean, that's your star. I mean, that's your foundation right here. So you can't get him injured. And it's just going to be interesting to see how this plays out, especially first game in that crowd in Denver and everything else.
By the way, the picture of Levis that he posted last night on Instagram, I guess he did need surgery.
Yeah, right. Oh, he's just doing that to
shove a hole in his shoulder.
Yeah, he's just doing that to get back at the Titans. I mean, no, but that picture looked gnarly. That looked really gnarly that Will Levis put out because he's having shoulder surgery today.
Dr. Crane, also, you could say these things. You don't have to just text us.
I don't want to interrupt your conversation.
No, you're good.
Well, it's really good here, right?
Well, I'm just curious. Big Joe, you mentioned that, Cam Ward's defaulting to the left side of the line, throwing the ball. What wide receivers are out that direction? Is it like a tendency of the same wide receiver or just always has to go to the left?
Question.
It's a running back. It's a running back or somebody that's dropped off the route that's come back.
It's his check down.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep.
Gunnar Helm was good at that at Texas. He was really good with the checkdowns with Quinn Ewers. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see that as well.
Well, he's been in a lot. I mean, they just overthrew him a little while ago to get it done. And then,
Nice 50-50 ball.
yeah, right in the middle of the field there. I mean, again, we'll know so much more about this team next week when they take on. And Tampa has got an excellent defense.
Yeah.
They're good. And you got to go against Baker
They got a pass
Mayfield.
rush.
Yep, they got a pass rush. You got to go to Baker. It's a true test next week.
The secondary is going to get tested by Baker and those receivers.
Oh, my gosh. Those receivers are good.
And then because everyone's back, right?
Yep.
Mike Evans is obviously there, and Godwin ended up re-signing, I think.
Yep. So that's
plus they had who'd they draft?
Amir Ibuka out of Ohio State.
Yep.
Loaded. I mean, that's a Super Bowl contending team.
Oh, I think so.
Only if they practice next week in their throwbacks.
Chase McCabe's next team, 2025. There's Gunnar Helm.
He's not as big as I thought he was because you look at the tight end at Texas.
Yeah.
Because you see him in the pad, you see him up close and personal. He's not as big, but that's a heck of a pass he just caught right there to go on. But again, I mean, Borgonzi said it last week when we asked the question. He's like, there's work to do on this roster. There's a lot of work to do on this roster because it was so bad from 22 and 23. And even a bit last year wasn't the greatest. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Wes in Clarksville on our text line says, that's the way it's been the last 3 years. Quarterback gets, maybe 3 seconds to make a decision, or he's getting sacked. 3 seconds, I think, is being a little nice.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let's go. Let's cut that in half.
Yeah.
And if I'm another team, I do the same thing. Look, last year when they played Caleb Williams for the Bears, I mean, I think they didn't blitz enough at him.
Let's say it.
Somebody's having a bad day.
Yeah.
That's Cam Ward's second interception of the day. And then
I think it might be his third.
Okay. I've seen 2. And
that one was pretty bad.
But he's throwing up his back foot. And I don't know why he's doing that today. He was standing and delivering in Pro Day and your little fun Saturday kids party they had at Nissan Stadium. That was it. I mean, just standing there and deliver. That was a back foot throw. And that was terrible.
615-737-1025. They're about to wrap up practice here shortly. We'll have Sebastian Joseph Day join us on the program. More coming in hour number 2 from Titans training camp, and all of our Titans training camp coverage is presented by, if I could find it, Massaro and 12 South and Parman Energy Group here on 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe. 1025 the game. We're live at Titans training camp today as they are in the heat of it right now. The first day with the pads on, and Big Joe just handed me this nice. This is a fan. I think it is a fan.
Is it a fan?
Yeah.
What's your
Poster
name, fan?
Fan. It's Nick Frazier.
So
So it is.
on this fan, it's Tony Pollard, Amani Hooker, Calvin Ridley, Jeffrey Simmons, L'Jarius Sneed, and Cam Ward.
Do you think if you walk down the street in downtown Nashville
No.
and ask people to name all 6 of these players that they could do it?
There's no way. You'd get 2. You'd get Cam
Simmons and
Sim-
Ward?
Yeah.
Maybe Ridley.
Now, if you're a Titans fan, you probably get 4 of them.
Now, and look, I'm not asking that question picking at the Titans. I honestly think that goes for 32 NFL teams, unless, I mean, like, you know, there's this goes back to the discussion we've had before.
Right.
The superstars in the league. I mean, there's a handful.
All right, I'll do something with you real quick.
All right.
So with the backside of this, we're waiting on Sebastian Joseph Day. Practice is getting close to wrapping up. So let's look at the schedule this year, the Titans in 2025. And I just games, and I want you to give me a level of 1 to 10, 10 being like just, I know every game's important, but give me what you think the value of these games are. No 1 to 10, 10 being like, oh, yeah,
Like how important?
yeah, like
Okay.
the Broncos game.
10.
Okay.
Just
Off that
because it's the first one.
first game. Then the Rams game at home. Now, I know we play the what if they win, they don't win, what goes on, but that's your home game. That's when you unveil your quarterback. Is that a game that's on the 10? Or does it come off what you do after Denver?
I think a lot of it has to do with what you did in Denver. I'd put it at like an 8.
Okay. Third game, Colts here at Nissan Stadium.
That's your first division game against a team that, quite frankly, I don't think is very good.
Right.
So I would say a 10 because I think if you have any hope,
Yeah.
you need that win.
So you could probably, I mean, the ideal thing is to be 2-1 when you end up right there. All right, then you got to go to the Texans.
I'd say an 8.
Probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's you're on the road. And then 2 games that you could win that are back-to-back, the Cardinals and at the Raiders.
And you'll probably – I'd be curious if they just stay out there. I would assume they would. Because I mean, then you got to go back to the West Coast in December.
Well, they did in 2018. They stayed out
I
there.
think they'll. No, I don't think they'll stay in Vegas. I think they'll stay in Phoenix.
Right?
But
And then so you got the
I'd say like 6 and 7.
yeah, but I think those are winnable games for
Yeah.
this football team based off this team, the Cardinals and Raiders looked last year. Then you come to the game that everybody's pointing at, yet might be 2 of the worst teams in football. And that's
Yeah.
the New England Patriots.
Yep.
That,
I think the Patriots come in here and beat the ever loving you know what out of.
he's
the
going to
Titans.
be. I mean, Vrabel's going to.
He's
put
out
that.
for blood.
They're going to be like, the game doesn't matter. They know. They're not. They know that. Then on the backside, there's a few games, but you look at those. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the first 7 games that you go on. Ideally, be honest. What do you think the record of this team is after the first 7 games after the Vrabel game on October the 19th? Be honest.
I'm that's what I'm trying to do. All right. Loss, win. So I say they're 1 and 2 to start their first 3 games. 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah.
2 and 5 after the first.
I don't think
7.
they beat the Raiders. I actually think the Raiders might be a sneaky team this year.
You're crazy.
No, Pete Carroll.
Crazy.
Pete Carroll. And they have a decent quarterback.
But nobody to throw to. All right. So, but anyway, neither here nor there.
2 and 5.
So that means you go in that Patriots game, you're sitting there at 2 and 4, and he rolls into town, right?
Mhm.
And I think that game, Chase, could deflate this football team, or it could give it some semblance of having a decent year. Because if Vrabel comes in here and beats the snot out of you, then what's the whole storyline the next week?
Yeah.
We were like, what's Amy going to do?
Yeah,
what's
what'd you
Amy going
fire
to
him
do?
for?
Yeah. So then you're 2 and 5. But on the backside, you got to go to the Colts.
I'll say 3 and 5.
Then Chargers come here.
3 and 6.
Texans come here.
3 and 7.
Seahawks come here.
4 and 7.
Jags come here.
They never win here, so I'll say 4-8,
Right. Yeah. That's and then to the Browns.
5-8,
The Browns could be, you know what? And then at the Niners,
5-9,
5-9. Chiefs come here.
5-10.
That's a game the Titans win. They always
Still
win
one?
that one game.
All right, 6-9.
And then Saints come here.
I'll say 7-9.
And then then Jacksonville's here. Sorry, Jacksonville's away. Or wait, they get
Well,
messed up.
I was going to say they take it in Jacksonville, so 8-9.
Well, they messed up on the schedule here because I think it's Jacksonville's away. The last game is away.
That is away.
Yeah,
They have it right.
but usually below they have an away thing. Okay, my bad. All right.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so there you go.
It's correct.
So you 7-10,
I said 8-9.
8-9. Okay. Yeah.
Which, look, if they do either one of those, I know nobody likes moral victories, but that's a victory in my mind. Considering where this team was.
Yep.
With a rookie quarterback and a second-year head coach, if you go 7-10, 8-9,
Yeah, I do. So to me, the Broncos game, the Patriots game are two games that are kind of like, all right, we got to get these games because this can spot.
But I
You
mean,
think
there's
the Broncos, you're sitting out 1-0. You're feeling good about yourself. You beat the Patriots too. I mean, you're feeling really good about this football team and where it's at.
All right, I'm going to go through this again. You tell me, say just good or bad about the team, the
Okay.
opponent. Broncos.
Good.
Rams.
Good.
Colts.
Bad.
Texans.
Medium.
Cardinals.
Bad.
Raiders.
Bad.
Patriots.
Bad.
Colt.
Bad.
Chargers.
Good.
Seahawks.
I'm going to go bad.
Jags.
Bad.
Browns.
Bad.
Niners.
Good.
Chiefs.
Good.
Saints.
Awful.
So I mean that's the
But that's the last place schedule.
yeah.
So you're playing
Right.
these
One
things.
week we're going to stink, and this guy sucks, and then I suck.
It's very true.
Oh, that's how it goes on there. So look, it's not all doom and gloom. Like a lot of things can happen because the 2014 football team with Mettenberger and they had Lewan's first year here that looked great during camp. They go to Kansas City and they beat Kansas City. You're feeling good. And that team went 2-14. So you just the first game, yeah, is important, but what you do after that, we know all this stuff and what you go on. But it's the Denver game is just so monumental to this season. Of course, and you put the Patriots game there as well to do that. The Patriots game is the one, Chase, we're all talking about. It's like if they lose, what happens? Because you go back to what happened with the Eagles game when A.J. Brown went crazy and all that. You know, somebody had to pay for that.
Yeah.
If this team, Chase, I'm telling you, if they roll in this team, if they're 1-6 and they lose to the Patriots, there's a change coming. If they're 1-6 and they lose to the Patriots, there's a change coming.
You would do
It's
it.
going to happen.
You would do it at that point.
Where's the break?
The break is after the Chargers game.
Yep,
That's where I think it would come.
I would. You don't keep them hanging around for 2 more weeks. Hopefully, they're 6-1.
Are there fire alarms going off?
Probably.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, practice is over, but it's not over. They're like still hanging out and.
So
doing
here's what
things.
cracks me up. I just looked at, they have the roster on the back of this fan. Active roster as of June 24th, 2025. Now, I know they got to go get this printed, but it shows you how much things can change in the offseason. Like we know Levis is out. Colton Dowell's not on the team anymore.
Lorenzo Carter.
Lorenzo Carter retired. Traylon Burks is gone. Who else?
Mason Kinsey. Is he on the team still?
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Shows you what I know.
Jordan Mims, he's gone. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, so I mean, they've made changes, but I get it. They have to print the schedule.
Yeah.
How about Chandler Brewer representing the Blue Rays?
Yeah, come on, man. Get on the team here and hang out. Look, you're in camp. All people ever asked for was an opportunity. So you get an opportunity to come to camp and make things happen. And that's it. Yeah, you're a long shot, but hey, man, you never know. Somebody could go down. You play great when the opportunity arises like there, and so things go. But just keep fighting, keep grinding. That's what every coach will tell you every time. You have the opportunity. When the opportunity arises, what can you do and what can you do to get it done? It's it's crazy for all of us that played, you watch it up into practice, you dread practice. You had to run sprints. And that was like, oh my God, I got to run sprints. They don't do any of that anymore because they feel like when you come into camp, you're already conditioned. You don't need conditioning after practice. But guys are running on their own right now, which a lot of players would have never done back in the day.
I love looking at the colleges. Do you know where Julius Chestnut went to college?
New Mexico.
Sacred Heart.
Oh, that's what you have.
I try.
Every email signature from Chase McCabe says Sacred Heart.
Do you know where Titus Leo went to college?
He went to Susquehanna.
Wagner.
Wherever
Wagner.
Wagner. It's funny. You know how I learned about a lot of those schools? The tournament, basketball tournament. Yeah. It's like,
well, I learned that or players like Tiffin University. I had never heard of Tiffin until Nate Washington came here.
Yeah.
And like one time somebody brought up Tiffin, like, you've never heard of that. I'm like, yeah, Nate Washington.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's usually representing the athletic or the Yankee conference is Wagner, whatever conference they're in. It's like, that's how I heard about a lot of these schools to do that. But that's the thing about these guys. People like, if you're good, they'll find you, right? Scouts will find you. You talk to any scout, they're good, they'll find you. Cam Ward's a prime example. From a 0-star in Houston to Incarnate Word.
Yep.
He went to that camp, and the coach is like, whoa, who's this guy? That coach is now at North Texas. He's like, oh, my gosh, there was something here with this guy. Then he goes to Washington State, and you go to Miami. They will find you. Now, when they find you, you come out here, you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity
we will find you
to make it happen. And so now it's on you. What can you do, and what can you get done?
615-737-1025 is our phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. We're out here for Titans training camp today. Hey, 1025 The Game and Souls for Souls. We've teamed up for a back-to-school fundraiser called Souls for the 615. We're here to provide new shoes for kids experiencing homelessness in Nashville. You can help a child in Middle Tennessee step into the new school year with confidence by simply donating $20 for a new pair of athletic shoes. That's all it takes. For more information and to donate, visit thegamenashville.com/shoes. And Souls for the 615 is sponsored by Macero and 12 South. You can check them out for handcrafted cocktails, bold plates, great happy hour, and elevated hospitality. We'll have more from training camp, including Sebastian Joseph Day, scheduled to join us here in just a little bit on 1025 The Game. Chasing
Thank
Big
you.
Joe, 1025 the game here on this Tuesday, live at Titans
Thank
training
you.
camp at Ascension St. Thomas Sports Park.
There you go.
As we're dropping everything.
We are.
We're dropping it all. So-
Before we go any forward, I know we hit on it earlier, but the passing of Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah.
Look, for a lot of us, I know you weren't born until 87 or 88. When you're so young.
87.
You're so young. For a lot of us, though, in high school, we would go home after school, and Cubs games were on. I mean, afternoon WGN, and so that '84 Cubs team that we fell in love with, Ryan Sandberg was the MVP, and then you mentioned earlier that he had cancer, was cleared of cancer,
Yeah.
and then it came back. That's just it's a crushing loss. Anyway, but Sandberg was a lot, man, for to watch him and that team in '84. Fell in love with them. Fell in love with all those guys, man. So that's I know we're getting older and things happen, but that's a tough one.
Yeah. No, I saw that news last night. Was just like, man, I can't believe it. And I talked to our buddy Ryan Porth up in Chicago, and obviously Chicago is mourning today because he was so beloved there in that city, and it's sad, man. We're seeing all our athletes and musicians and stuff from our childhood that are passing away. I mean, obviously, WWE did another honor for Hulk Hogan last night. At Monday Night Raw, his son Nick was there. So that was, cool to see him there. That obviously in a time that's hurting, but just sad, man.
Yeah, it is. And I read that Phil Collins is now in hospice care.
Yeah, I know he hadn't been doing well. I was reading that too.
And I know, I mean, what's the Dr. Seuss thing? Don't be upset because you've gone away, but be happy because it happened, or what like that. So, how blessed we were to see a Ryan Sandberg and a Hulk Hogan and the music of Phil Collins and all that. It's just life, man. How just the circle of life goes on and on and on.
According to our Connor Newt, Gabe, Judy Lawley, Daryl Baker, and Xavier Woods all picked off Cam Ward today.
Okay. Hey, it happens, man. You're not going to have every practice looking good. One was a deflection.
Yep.
So things happen. That's it. Live and learn, man.
I mean, my thing is, it's okay to have a bad day. That's how you learn.
Right.
Especially this early in training camp. Obviously we'd love to expect perfection all the time, but it doesn't really work that way.
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
So, I mean, I think that, he's obviously got a lot that he can now look at, go into the film room and do, study and everything, and hopefully come back out tomorrow and improve.
Yeah, we talk about the Favre Holmgren when Favre threw an interception on the field, and Holmgren's like, terrible, 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 don't do it again. And Favre's like, under his mic, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go back out tomorrow. And then he throws a touchdown, and Holmgren's like, great pass, great job. And they laughed about all that. So take chances. Be a daredevil. Right now, you got nothing to lose right now.
No.
You got nothing to lose. Go out there and have fun. I think somebody said earlier, like, we got to smile when you're playing the game of football because you're having fun. I know it's about winning, but have fun while you're doing it. So go out there and have some fun. I mean, make the mistakes in practice. Like, all right, I made that throw. I'm not going to make that throw again.
Make the mistakes in what? What is it called?
Mistakes?
No. What was this today?
Practice.
Practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's practice.
Yeah, right.
And that's the other thing. Like, I think there's two.
I got nervous for a
like
second.
I heard. I think it was Rex Road last week that brought this up. Of keeping stats for practice. It's like you're trying things that you usually wouldn't try in a game.
Amen.
Because you're trying to learn. You're trying to see what you can do and what you can get away with and everything. So, yes, we're going to judge. We're going to, talk about it of like, hey, you kind of struggled a little bit in practice today, but obviously there's something to build on. But at the end of the day, as Allen Iverson so famously said, we're talking about practice.
Yeah.
And like, you got to practice. Who was it that used to say, like, if you practice well, you'll play well, or something like that?
All of them. Every coach that's ever walked planet Earth has said that. So,
but if you're going to make a mistake, I'd rather you do it in practice than a game.
Yeah, I wonder if Xavier Restrepo is living with Cam Ward.
I actually think that might be true.
Buddies. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Restrepo had a great play today. He beat the secondary on a long pass and caught it and got down the field. He's a guy you root for. You root for all the undrafted guys, unless it's John Simon who drops a kickoff against the Raiders in the AFC Championship game, which I'm still mad at Derek Mason about that. It wasn't his fault, but Fisher had put in because Derek was returning punts.
Yeah.
My thing was, if you're a good returner, like Derek Mason was a great returner, have him be your returner.
Yeah.
Have
I
him
agree.
return everything. Have him return your mail. I mean, it's like everything. That's Derek Mason. That's your job. Return. And let's say this. All right, no, we love Derek Mason. All right.
We do.
You set
He's
up
probably listening right
That's fine. You set up the list last night of the 26 Hall of Fame candidates.
Yeah.
There was like 16 guys and maybe 3 get it. Why is Derek Mason not in that list?
Well, I mean, he's eligible. I just think these are the new ones.
Okay.
What I sent you last night.
Because he's better than those guys. I do think they're running out of players. I think they're running out of Hall of Fame players because every like 5 or 6. Here comes our man. Put 5 or 6 in. So
yeah, we'll get to that. Here in a little bit. He's going to go right there.
Right
Yeah,
here.
right here.
There we go. Right there. Who's our guest, Chase?
It is Sebastian Joseph Day. He's coming over. What's up, man? Hey, good to see you.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Yeah, no, it's all right.
It's all
We'll
good.
get him all situated
Yep.
here and talk to him. Sebastian, what's up, man?
What's happening? How y'all doing?
We're good. We're good. You feeling it after the first day in pads?
Oh yeah, man. It was a doozy to say the least. That was definitely a hard practice, man. 2-hour practice grinder. We got after it, man, from the rip. 9-on-7, then base down run, then 1-on-1 pass rush. It was a doozy, man. They did a phenomenal layout. Honestly, I'm gassed. Yeah.
Every time I looked up, I saw the defense getting in whoever was at quarterback, getting in his face. Like I feel like you guys really brought it today.
Yeah, it's hard to say because when you're in it, and
Yeah.
like you're just thinking about doing your job in the next play. So I just want to take a look at the film, and if that's what y'all saw,
That's
then that's awesome.
our expert
That's
analysis.
your analysis. That's awesome. I'm glad that's what you saw, and I gotta go look at the film and see where I could be better myself.
What happens now? Do you go eat? Do you go film? I know you take a bath. What
Yeah.
happens now?
Right now I'd go probably weigh out, see where my weight's at, see how much I lost. Hop straight in the cold tub, rinse off, hop straight in the cold tub for about 8 to 10 minutes. Stretch a little bit, and then start watching some film, seeing what I did wrong, what I did right, where I could improve and stuff like that. And I get some lunch, then we meet.
And then I'm always curious, how much lifting do you guys do during camp?
Oh, we get a very good amount of lifting. We actually I lifted this morning. There's options. You can come in the morning lift or you can lift after practice. I'm an early guy. I'm a vet, so I wake up early. Everything I do is I'm regimented. This is year 8 for me, so I'm Mr. Get it done early, so I can have more time in the back end to be able to study and watch my film and do all that stuff.
What does it say? When your 8th year in the National Football League. I mean, your kid growing up in Pennsylvania. Did you ever think he'd make it 8 years, even a year in the NFL?
Man, that's such a great question, man. Being a 6th-round pick, man, out of Rutgers. First and foremost, it was an honor, right? Because I got to go and play next to one of the best D tackle ever with Aaron Donald, right? And being able to just be in that room. My first year, our room was Aaron Donald, and Dominican Sue, Michael Brockers, 1st-round pick, Dominic Easley, 1st-round pick.
Holy hell.
Yeah, Dante Flower. So, that's very intimidating. And then they drafted a guy ahead of me too in the 4th. So being a 6th-round pick, I just never took it for granted.
Right.
And to this day, I still don't. I look at myself still, even though I'm year 8. I'm a 6th-round pick out of Rutgers, and I got to go earn everything I get. So, I guess that answers your question. Yeah, I just never take it for granted. Yeah, I still just don't take it for granted to this day, and it's led me here.
Good. You use that word honor. You're a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah.
And so obviously there are young guys that are gonna, look at you and go like, man, he's been there.
Yeah.
How much of an honor is that to have that, I don't even call it pressure, but just have that privilege to be able to help teach these guys and carry yourself as a champion.
Yeah, it really is. It really is an honor and a privilege, like you said. I just try to do it, look at it as take it one day at a time, right? One play at a time. Everything I do, I try to not make it as big as it is and just try to make it very minute, because it's really simple. The game of football is really simple. It's hard, but it's simple.
Yeah.
It's taking care of the little things, like the details, like your technique, hands, feet. And those little things will translate to the big things. You making plays, you being, lasting in this league. And that's kind of just what I just want to be an example of. I'm not much of a talker. I don't talk. That's never been really my style.
Jeff will handle that.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, that's more Jeff's thing. I know. I'm not much. I've never just been much of a talker. I'm just more of a doer. I just do. And I just feel like my actions. I try to lead by example. And obviously, when the young guys come up to me, I give them advice whenever they need it. But I just try to be that example. Just how to do it each and every day. And I take pride in that.
One thing we've noticed early on about Cameron Ward, your quarterback, is when he makes a mistake, he's talking to the defensive guys.
Mhm.
Cody Barton, I think, has picked him off 3 times. He's asked him, "Hey, what am I doing? What are you seeing?"
Yeah.
I love hearing that. That's what the quarterback's doing.
Phenomenal. Excuse my language. That motherfucker's gonna be good. That motherfucker's good. No, he's a real deal, man. Like how smart he is, how he's able to read what we do. Like Denard does some really great stuff, man. Our DC man, he's making it challenging for him, and Cam's doing a really great job. For a rookie too, it really is amazing. It's amazing to see how each day he just gets better, right?
Yeah.
Each day he gets better. Each day he progresses, and it's fun because he talks his shit too. And it's fun. And, it gets us riled up, and it's a good time, man. And I'm really excited for Cam. The sky's the limit for him for sure.
I think it's great. Talking Sebastian Joseph Day, you've been on 2 teams that made the Super Bowl, the 18 team, the 21 team.
Yeah.
I'm sure in practice, the Super Bowl year of 21, during the training camp, Matthew Stafford looked very pedestrian. Through interceptions, everything going on.
Yeah.
When did you realize that 21 Rams team, y'all had something special?
Oh, my man, we knew from the rip. I'm not gonna lie to you. This sounds crazy, but we knew from the rip we had a shot to do it. We went 7-1, and I tell people this story all the time. We went 7-1. And we lost to the Arizona Cardinals, surprisingly, at home. They blew us out. It was it was a crazy game. Like, I don't know.
It was a weird game.
It was a weird game. It was a very weird game. Like, defense, like we stopped them, but they just kept picking. It was weird. It was a very weird game. And I remember I tore my pec on the seventh game versus Detroit Lions. Yes, the 7th game was against Detroit Lions. We barely won that game. I tore my pec. Robert Woods got hurt, and we just acquired Von Miller. So we got 2 guys down, and then we just got Von and we just got Odell, and we went on that bad losing streak. We lost I think 4 in a row or something. It was a bad month. Just lost 4 games in a row. But the thing about it was that we just really regrouped. The team just regrouped, and everyone just took a look inward. And shout out to McVay, Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell, all those guys, and our DC Raheem Morris at the time. They just coached their asses off, and we just came together and just figured it out, right? And I think that's just a part of what life is, right? The ebbs and flows of it. You're gonna start off 7-1, you're gonna start off hot, and we're rolling. Oh yeah, we're going to the bowl, right? Then we get hit with a lot of adversity. 3 of us go down. Then luckily, we get Von, we get Odell, and we still hit a little bit of turbulence. It's still getting rough. Rocky 4-game losing streak, and then we just pop. The tables just turn. And I think that's the essence of what life is, and that's what football is such a beautiful sport. It's not about necessarily when the things are going good. It's about how you respond and learn from the things going bad. And I think that's when we knew at that moment, after we were able to get through that month of losing.
Yeah,
that we always believed we were special, but going through that adversity, definitely helped us believe even more.
First time you got your Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, where is it? Because we'd like to wear it one day. Also, where you're like, holy hell, this thing's massive.
Unreal, man. The top pops off SoFi Stadium. The ball's inside. Ball's inside SoFi Stadium. You see the Bengals versus Rams. It's insane, man.
Holy cow.
It is surreal. It was honestly just a dream, bro. Guys, it is so surreal because it's legit everything you dream about, right? When you play this sport.
Yeah.
And you got to think about a guy like me, right? I went to a Big Ten school. Yeah, I went to Rutgers at the time they were going to the Big Ten. And we struggled. A lot of losing, right? I wanted to make it to the league. And I worked my butt off. I was able to get drafted. And then I'm blessed enough to be able to be on a winning organization like that, right? So, for a guy like me, it just means the world, Again, those relationships I curated with certain guys, Brockers, Ndamukong Suh, Aaron Don, those relationships last forever. And and words can't describe how amazing
I'm
it is,
sure,
you
right.
know. And it is no better feeling. It really is no better feeling, man. And it's just again, it's an honor and a privilege. I get to show my son that. I get to show my 2 sons that I'm
great.
part of something like that, you
Yeah.
know. And,
Forever.
forever. You know, it's just an honor, man. I'm souped.
Sebastian Joseph Day is here with us. So, do I understand this correctly? You did a podcast with Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was outstanding. We're trying to bring it back, actually. Yeah. So at the time, I did a podcast with myself for for this thing called Bashing Hunger, Battle of Food Insecurity, and during COVID, it was to highlight restaurants that were battling through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And then through that, Mike saw me and his team recognized me. And was like, "Hey, I like this kid. Bring him on." First episode was T-Pain. Nice. First episode was T-Pain. Classic for me. I mean, I grew up listening to T-Pain. I was like, hell yeah. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Did it. He didn't say anything. You know, he didn't say, no, it was Terrell Owens. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything to me. It was Terrell Owens. He didn't say anything, you know, dapped him up. Hey, it's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for having me. It went ghost for me for like a month. Next thing you know, my phone rings. Hey, we have T-Pain. We want you back. Mike wants you back. I said, oh shit. Did that, smash it. He smashed it. Because I went to school for journalism.
Yeah.
Smashed it. And then since then, I was just his guy. And it was awesome, man. It was another honor being able to do that with him. Shout out to Mike, man. He's awesome. Great individual. His family is awesome. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Mike. That's Kiki's wife.
Yeah.
Great people, man.
But you're looking across like, oh, that's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, no, for sure. 100%. No, 100%. And at first, yeah, 100%. You're like, holy shit, this is the baddest man on the planet, right? But you know, now we're friends, right? We're friends, and
Right.
it's funny you talk about Super Bowl. When I got on the Super Bowl, I think I texted him. He was like, "Holy shit!" so you know, like, again, it's an honor, man. Shout out to Mike. Or how he says, "Holy shit!" Right? Shout out to Mike, though. Amazing individual, amazing guy, and I'm thankful, man. Hopefully, we bring the podcast back, and I can do it this offseason.
Awesome, man.
It's awesome. Sebastian, thanks so much for doing this, man. Enjoy more padded practices.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. Can't wait.
100%. Thank you very much for having me.
Well,
guys. God bless.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one.
Yeah, absolutely. More coming here on 102.5 The Game. Jason Big Joe, 102.5 the game.
That pretty much summed up the last
I
segment.
know. I appreciate Sebastian Joseph Day for joining us here on the program. That guy has an infectious personality, as you just said.
Right.
Greg. So that was a lot of fun. For those of you listening on radio, there were a few things you didn't hear, but we'll have the full unedited interview on thegamenashville.com.
I mean, great interview with him because he talked about walking in that Rams locker room. And that team in 18 went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They lost to the Patriots.
So he was there in 19, was his rookie year. So
it wasn't?
Yeah.
I thought 18 he was on inactive every game.
Well, maybe, yeah, you might have been right.
So he didn't play, but he's still in the locker room around the team in 18 and then played 19, 20, and 21. But he's part of two teams that went to the Super Bowl. I mean, so he sees – I don't want to ask him, like, oh, what is it, Super Bowl? You know, I already got that question last week. But a guy who's been there, who fights and brings a good attitude to the team. And I know that doesn't guarantee winning football games, but a guy who knows how to work and work hard and see what you can do. So good for him.
And I think, look, a guy like that is good to have on this roster, on this team, to help this young team develop.
And Willie Donick sent us a text about our interview.
Thank
He
you,
just said, "You guys did great. Thanks, Willie. Appreciate that, buddy."
Might have set a record there, but definitely was good. So, any quick takeaways from practice today?
They need a lot of work, but all teams need a lot of work. You know,
I mean, look, you're a weekend.
There's no perfect practice. There are only bad practices, according to head coaches. So there's a lot of work to do. You know, what did he say? What's his rest of the day going to be?
I can't say what he said.
Hot tub and then watching film.
Right.
I mean, watching film and learning. So I think that's a good part about this. And this team just get back to work tomorrow, figure things out, and hit the road next week for Tampa Bay, then Atlanta for the joint practices, and just keep fighting. Look, as long as you're putting the work in every day and you're showing some improvement, some kind, you're going to be okay. Right now, everybody's 0-0. Everybody's 0-0 right now, and Tennessee Titans are part of that.
All right, James Franklin trying to go 1-0.
6 seconds, baby. 6 seconds. I remember he said, James Franklin, like, our mantra this year, 6 seconds. I'm like, I don't know what goes on in the bedroom, Coach Franklin. I'm not concerned about that. Remember, he's like, 6 seconds, 6 seconds. And then he smacked Pogue in the back of the head one time after leaving the interview. Pogue almost did a Sebastian Joseph Day. Almost dropped about 19 F-bombs on the air. We're at the Southern doing the radio show, and it was Jordan Matthews, James Franklin, me, and Pogue down there doing that. So 6 seconds. We're just going to every play is 6 seconds. Like, all right,
I think I remember that.
So whatever you say, 6 seconds. That's fine. Whatever it goes.
That guy had a catchphrase for everything.
Everything that went on. And Franklin was at the what league is he in? The Big Ten.
Big Ten.
Big Ten media days. He was talking like our media days are terrible. In Vegas, nobody's here to support us. It's awful. So
what did I say? I sent you guys a clip that he said something.
Was it about gosh, I forget.
He was complaining about something.
Yeah. I always thought he'd make a run into the. I still think maybe he will, but I mean that's a loaded football team.
Are you surprised he's still at Penn State?
No, because he's in control.
Yeah.
According to coaches I know that have been with him at Penn State, he likes where he is, and he's won games.
Yeah.
I mean, he won a Big Ten championship a couple of years in, and look, you got to beat Ohio State, beat Michigan. Iowa's tough to play against. I mean, it's not easy to win a championship. I don't care what league you're in. So I am shocked he hasn't jumped to the next level. But you also got to remember, when you go to the next level, as Deion has famously said, you got guys making more money than you. The chance of them listening to you, very slim.
Speaking of Deion, glad to see that he is okay after cancer was discovered in his bladder. They removed his bladder. He did the press conference yesterday, said he will coach this year and that he's cancer-free now, but an emotional press conference and glad that Deion's okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that he went through, and it'd be okay and good to go. Look, people, bang on Deion quite a bit, but he brings attention to college football. Whether you like it or not, he brings attention to college football.
He brings attention to a program that never got attention either.
And you start talking about the program, and I don't like this. That's fine, but you're talking about it, which is good. So I'm glad that he's healthy because he already lost 2 toes.
Yeah,
I think it has. What was the report?
Yeah. Coming up next, we'll tell you what day it is in celebrity birthdays. I'm actually going to step away because I have to get to a meeting, but I'll call in for that because I can't miss celebrity birthdays and defending my dominance. So
It's about an 8-minute walk to your car. So hump it. Get out of here.
Or 6 seconds.
We'll take him 6
I'm
seconds
gonna
to
leave
get
that
up.
one. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Chasing Big Joe, presented by the Omni Nashville Hotel, live at Training Camp 102.5 The Game.
All right, welcome back to the Chasing Big Joe Show live from Titans training camp. Chase McCabe will get to his car or call in. Meanwhile, Parker Kelly is here, the host of the Air Raid on 102.5. Find on theGameNashville.com, the great podcast. Parker, takeaways from practice today. What did you see?
It was a rough one for Cam Ward. He threw 3 interceptions from what I saw. So a really rough day for him. But as Trevor Maddich says, it's really important for him to get the bad out of the way so that he can get to the good. And overall, I thought the defensive line was pretty dominant today in practice as well. I thought the first team offensive line looked solid at times, but the defensive line was really, they were running rampant today. So those were 2 of my biggest takeaways.
How's your boy Restrepo looking?
Restrepo, he had a touchdown, or at least a probable touchdown, got behind the defense. He was running, I think, with the third group with Tim Boyle. Got behind the defense on a post, caught it, may have been down at the 1, but from my vantage point, looked like a probable touchdown.
Okay, good. A lot of people asking about him to go on. The other receivers looking, how are they looking today?
Other receivers looked fine. It was nice to see Ramel Keaton out here, former Vol. I know that's a big name here in the Middle Tennessee area. Nice to see him get some run. Calvin Ridley, he still has that same burst, same explosiveness, but still looked a little off. Some miscommunications today with Cam Ward. Chimere Dike I thought had a good day. He caught a ball over the middle and took it for about a 20-yard gain after the catch.
Nice.
So you see that explosiveness out of him. And Alec Manor, he just continues to impress me each and every practice.
Parker Kelly with us, host of the Air Raid on theGameNashville.com. I had a problem today with Cam Ward throwing off his back foot. He threw off his back foot. You're a college quarterback. You played the position. A lot of back feet throwing, not good.
Yeah. So that's the problem. He did that in college. So he has a little bit of a habit of doing that. And it's important for him to throw those picks off his back foot out here so he knows what he can and can't get away with.
Right. Yeah.
So the more that he throws, I mean, he's been throwing across his body back into the middle of the field. He's got to learn that he can't do that here at this level.
Right. Parker Kelly, appreciate it. GameNashville.com, host of the Air Raid. Appreciate you, Parker. All right, Chase, you there, Bubba?
I am here.
Are you behind me? You sound like you're behind me.
No, I'm walking towards the car. You know, they had us parked in Gallatin, so I'm just kind of
all right
hitching a ride somewhere.
All right, Dr. Crane, it's your show, baby. Take it away. Dr. Crane.
There we go. Sorry, Joe. I didn't know if you had the line or not, but I'll go anyways for you. Celebrity Birthdays is brought to you by Jarrett Companies. Jarrett Companies, Inc. use their electrical division for installations, inspections, upgrades, and more. JarrettCompaniesInc.com, above and beyond industry standards. All right, folks, first on the list, we have a pop-up that's not for this. International Tiger Day is today. So if you like going to the zoo, enjoy some tigers.
Wait, what's the age of tiger? I know the age of cougars is 40 and over. What's the age of tigers?
It's a great question, Joe.
30 to 39?
Maybe.
Hanging out the boundary down there?
Past 40.
Next is National Cheese Sacrifice Purchase Day. So I didn't know you got to make a sacrifice for cheese, but I do it I'd say a monthly basis. National Chicken Wing Day is today. So if you like chicken wings, you could eat that with cheese. National Lasagna Day. Love that. You guys ever had eggplant lasagna?
Yes, I have actually.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. National
Lipstick lasagna. Sketty's was famous for spinach lasagna.
Spinach lasagna does sound good. I feel like Popeye the Sailor every time I eat that. National Lipstick Day is today and Rain Day. So if you like a nice rain, go to Seattle.
Actually, it rains more in Knoxville, Tennessee than it does in Seattle. Believe it or not.
Rocky Mountain rain, baby.
Was that it, Dr. Crane?
That is it.
All right, so Chase McCabe has been on an absolute tear on celebrity birthdays. He had a 13, 11, and 11 recently. He only had one double digit in 2 years. He's had 3 in the past 5 days. All right, here we go. Celebrity birthdays, get these within 2. Our first birthday. Oh, my goodness. The lead singer of the great band Rush, Geddy Lee. How old is Geddy Lee?
76.
64.
72. Style guru Tim Gunn. Tim Gunn, the style guru. He's on a bunch of shows, does all the red carpet for fashion. Tim Gunn.
55.
56.
72. Country singer Martina McBride.
I'm 52.
What, did you get swallowed by a tiger? What the hell happened there?
Sorry, 52.
60.
59. Nick's up 1 while Chase is getting devoured by a lion somewhere.
I just got in the car. Okay, sorry.
All right. You should get this one, Chase. Will Wheaton from Star Trek. How old is Will Wheaton?
Instant Wesley Crusher. I'm going to say he is 45.
49.
53. One of your former hosts, Chase, would have said his name, Will Wheaton. All right, let's go down here and see. Actor Stephen Dorff. He played the vampire in Blade, the movie with Wesley Snipes and Chris Christopherson. Stephen Dorff.
Weren't they all vampires? I'm going to say 54.
60.
52. Chase on the board. By the way, Stephen Dorff is dad. Dorff on golf. Let's go down here and see what else we got here. All right. Thanks for the laugh on that. Appreciate it. Singer Petey.
You're welcome.
Singer,
I laugh at anything.
Singer Patty Scaffia, Bruce Springsteen's wife. I know I butchered her last name, but Bruce Springsteen's wife, Patty, how old is she?
73.
74.
72. Chasers on top 2-1. Actress Alexandra Paul from Baywatch. She was a cute one with the short hair.
55.
58.
62. Now Chase sounds like he's been swallowed by a whale. Let's go down here and see. Singer Wanya Morris of Boys to Men.
57.
59.
52. Musician Danger Mouse.
I don't know who that is, so I'm going to say 43.
48.
48 exactly. Dr. Crane's on top, 3-2. All right, sports birthdays. Ken Burns, who did the great baseball documentary, the documentary on country music, documentary on the Civil War. Ken Burns.
74.
77.
72. We're tied at 3. We got 3 to go. Teddy Atlas.
77.
81.
69. Down to 2. We're tied at 3. Former Milwaukee Brewer, former Nashville Sound, Ryan Braun.
42.
46.
45. Dr. Crane's up 4-3 in our last birthday. How appropriate to keep Chase's winning streak going. Chase and Dr. Crane, how old is Dak Prescott? Today's Dak Prescott's birthday. How old is he?
33.
34.
He's 32. We got a tie. It's tied at 4. We don't end on ties. You know that? That's where we do things around here. Let me see if I find a birthday that somebody that I know of. No, it's a tie. We'll do it tomorrow. I don't know any of these people. It's not fair. We'll carry it over. Good job, guys.
Soccer?
Who?
What is this, soccer?
Oh, it is soccer. The tie's like kissing your sister, so good luck on that. For you two guys. Well done.
All right, boy.
See you, Chase.
See you
Take
tomorrow.
care. We will see you tomorrow. Chase will be at practice tomorrow. Oh, goodness. What was that? Is he okay, Dr. Crane? Was he struck by lightning?
I think he's okay. I don't know what's happening.
He got attacked by a tiger, swallowed by a whale during that segment.
It's like he was in a submarine the whole time.
Oh, my goodness. Chase will be here tomorrow. I'll be down at MTSU as they dedicate the brand new football facility down there. It's absolutely beautiful. So we'll be down there that for tomorrow on our show from 9 to 11. Real quick, as we our message all the time to our guys out there, we say it every day. We love you. If you are struggling, please talk to somebody on your cell phone. You could call or text 988. I am telling you, our world is a better place because you are here. You mean something to all of us. I would rather listen to your story than go to your funeral. I know that's harsh. That's how I feel because that's how much we love you. Know that we love you, more importantly, more than anything else in this world. God loves you. See you guys tomorrow. DVD's next.